Yeah. Hi, Srinivas. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm able to.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm able to.
Yeah. Yesterday we started with all these things towards .NET Core, the content what I'm going to cover. Then introduction to .NET Core, and we have covered like what is .NET Core. Answer was around with 5 points. .NET Core is an open source, cross-platform, modular, high performance, and general purpose framework developed by Microsoft. And then what is open source? What is cross-platform? What is modular? What is high performance? What is general purpose? Those things we have discussed in my last session. And many a times I use this word called core CLR that we'll be discussing more in detail in my coming classes. Then I made two things here, that it was first time released in 2016, which was designed to replace Windows only .NET framework with a technology oriented, like it is modern, lightweight, and cross-platform runtime. Okay. Then what are the versions of .NET Core that also I listed yesterday? Today we'll make a list of features of .NET Core and make clear. Here, I just make a list now. Explanation to those features, as and when we progress, I'll get back to you on that. Right? What are they? One. Already I said, no? Above 4 points. Cross-platform is one feature of .NET Core. Open source is another feature. High performance is another feature. Modular architecture is another feature. Fifth, till here, starting 4 points. Starting 4 points. Cross-platform, open source, high performance, modular architecture. Now, whatever I'm writing are unique things that, depending on the topic, I'll explain them. What are they? One, unified development platform. Yes. What type of platform? Unified. Not considering one OS you develop application. We rather develop application considering multiple operating systems. So it's like one environment, multiple runtime environments. One environment of development, multiple environments of what? Execution, runtime. And we are provided with that point as flexible deployment. Yeah. Flexible deployment. Yeah. And you know what we used to have in before .NET Core? What was the story we used to have? Assume, I'm talking about .NET framework. Okay, .NET framework. Then you'll understand the concept more easily, like .NET framework. And then we used to have CLR for execution answer. Okay, this is my machine. Okay, my machine, and this is your system. Yeah, this is your system. I have developed one application, and I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing with you. This is shared application. I shared this application. So remember, you cannot run my application directly. No, you cannot run. Compulsory, you should have a platform to run my application. So it means in development machine also I should have a runtime environment. Even where I'm trying to deploy, there also I should have a runtime environment. That is lengthy process. That makes your application to certain extent platform dependent. .NET framework, when we used to have at that time, .NET application used to be partially platform independent, not fully platform independent. Different. To give a very strong competition to Java, they made this .NET Core available, which is now giving equal competition to your, Java because of cross-platform. Previously, the .NET framework was not cross-platform because there used to be a dependency process in that. Yeah, flexible deployment. And we got one special command line interface, that what you call CLI. I'll demonstrate. With coding, we'll study with coding. Command line interface. Yeah. Then eighth, that we are provided with automatic memory management. Yeah. However, I'm going to discuss one topic probably in the next class. I'm going to talk on one topic that will be related with base class and framework class libraries. In that process, we'll definitely get to know coming classes, I meant to say, about automatic memory management. And we have another feature that is called language independent. That is another feature that also we'll discuss. Language independent. And we got another facility, dependency injection is built-in. .NET Core provides built-in dependency injection. Dependency injection is built-in. Yeah. And we have another facility that is cloud and container friendly. Yes. Cloud and container friendly. Security and reliability. That is another feature. And we got a very good support. Lot of times that we are going to discuss this part. Okay. And let's show you, just an idea, because in one of my currently going .NET Core batches, I have this application. I don't know where I placed it. Might be this one only, web application. Yeah, just for them, I just giving an idea what it is. Can you see here? There is something written as async.
Yeah.
There is something written as await. This is also considered to be one of the you can call advantages of developing an application in .NET Core. What do you call that? That is called asynchronous. Programming support is introduced. What is introduced? Asynchronous programming support. That word which I have shown you just now, async, that was actually ASP.NET Core program it was. That I connected now. Asynchronous programming support. And we got another facility, extensive tooling support. There are a lot of tools that are provided, in your .NET Core. Depending on the requirement, you install them, you use them. Yes, all these are features of, yes, .NET Core. Yeah, as I said you very clearly yesterday, that we will begin with the first C#.NET. I said you, we will begin with what? C#.NET. Yeah. So keeping that scenario in view, or keeping this process, what I'm planning to cover in view, let's begin with C#.NET. Yes. So let me call here Introduction to C#.NET core. First, let me elaborate this. Let me elaborate this. What it is here. C sharp, when I say, it is something related with C family. Yeah. C sharp is all about C family. The dot is there, na? Dot. Yeah. The meaning of dot is classifier. Yeah. The meaning of dot is classifier. And when I say net, you have two things. Microsoft calls network. That's it. Official term of net is network. Yeah. And user-defined term of net is network enable technology. Network enable technology. You call it as. Net means network enable technology. Network enable technology. Okay. And now when it comes to C Sharp.NET Core, here, this is how description is. C Sharp.NET Core, how you describe? But before to it, 1 second. Let me just explain you this part. When I say C family, no, this actually goes in this way. First to C. What happened? Then C++. Then extension. C Sharp. That is a connection I mean to say. C family. But in general, between C++ and C Sharp, you have a gap of 20 years. This is a story. You want to compare? This is in 1972. 82. 2002. Obviously, it was framework based. Yeah. Now what is the story? 2016. Core. Now, if we just compare between C, C++, there's a gap of 10 years. Between C++ and C Sharp, there's a gap of 20 years. And one more point. One more interesting thing here. And that point is, listen carefully. The interesting point is here, especially when I say C++ to C Sharp, the gap is 20 years. In the 20 years, many languages have come. I didn't write just because their names doesn't start with C. What is it? One, Python. I didn't talk about because its name doesn't start with C. Python, 1985. 1989. Comparison we have. 1989. First time Python was introduced, 1989. 1991 May it was released for public to use. 1992 Java was introduced. I didn't talk about that. 1995, they named the language as Java. 1992, name was not Java. It was some other name for Java. That is family, C family. Just for comparison, just to give you an idea, I explain all this. Okay. What is the meaning of classifier? Simple classification. If I ask you a general query, forget about .NET. General query, if I say general. What is the classification of files? Classification of files. Obviously, you'll answer like this. You'll say .txt file. Yeah, one type of file it is.
Yeah, CSV.
.csv, one type of file. .jpg is another type of file.
Correct.
.docx is another type of file. Then C#.NET is one kind of software of .NET. Comes under category of language. ASP.NET, another category of software used for web development. Visual Basic .NET, that is also one type of application development. That is also comes under category of language. Syntaxes are different, approach is different, but they all work on a common environment. Okay, that is what we have. Classifier. The meaning of dot is classifier. Now I'll explain. Coming to the point. C#.NET. So, somewhere you find that you have clarification, then and there you can interrupt me, okay?
Yeah, sure.
C#.NET Core. Core refers to what? Writing C# programs that run on .NET Core runtime. That is the meaning of C#.NET Core. You write programs in C# and your aim is to run that program on a special environment. What it combines? Yeah, let me explain. It combines what? C# programming language with .NET Core framework. That is the runtime and libraries. Yeah. And same point I'll write. C# is simple. Yeah. Modern. Yeah. General purpose. Yeah. Cross-platform. High performance. And object-oriented programming language. Definition. What is C#.NET? This is the answer. Yeah. When I use the word simple, it means what? Compared to other programming languages of .NET, C# syntaxes are simple. That is the meaning of it. VC++ में, Visual Basic में, F# में, things go little complex. That is the reason. That is what I have seen very closely in IT industry. Majority of the companies, out of 100, I would say, out of 100, around 90 companies will prefer to work with C#.NET. Very rare, 10% of the companies will prefer to go with the remaining. Yeah. In that in that 90 also, I would say more if you just say like some percentage of companies prefer to go with VB also, but very rare, very rare. But majority of the companies prefer to go with C#.NET. Confident here, confident in learning all the implementations of C#.NET with object-oriented. But ASP.NET Core with technology you understand, logic will come on the way of writing same C# code there. Approach according to .NET Core. ASP.NET Core related logic you should write, but where do you write? In C# coding style you write. ASP.NET Core will not give you if condition. ASP.NET Core will not give you loop. ASP.NET Core will not give you exception handling. Those are facilities provided by C#, which ASP.NET Core uses in backend. In background coding style will be with C#. That is what I was showing you, a small application which I just now have helped you to understand the concept of it. Yeah, here. If condition. Yeah, if condition. This is C# if condition. I'm not saying ASP.NET Core if condition. No. If condition is coming from C#. That is the reason during the web development, ASP.NET Core here, web application, when you select, first it will ask you, select language, then go for rest. Select language, then go for rest. That is the reason yesterday I said that ASP.NET Core depends on C#. If someone says that this is not needed, C# is not needed for ASP.NET Core, then you'll be misguided, I would say. Like, there is no such point at all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, simple. What is the reason of saying modern? Modern in the sense, whatever today we need for writing programs in other programming languages using with respect to a lot of other technologies, everything is available in C#. Modern. Everything available, everything. Modern programming language. If someone asks, like, you want to develop games using C#, yeah, supports. It's no doubt it will support. If someone says, like, I want to develop mobile applications using supports. You got other softwares even to develop mobile applications. C# also supports mobile application development. Yeah, for that you require to download a separate software called Xamarin. Download. Then Xamarin requires coding support. Where do you write the code? C#. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm understanding. Following.
Yeah. And now I would say C#.NET Core includes what? C# language features. Second, .NET Core runtime. That is, I mean to say, Core CLR. I'll explain. Don't worry, please. It's not over. I'm just using the term. Doesn't mean like that I have explained about it. No, I just use the word that is to be justified, that is to be discussed quite more in detail. So as and when we progress, definitely those things will come in our way of discussing them. So through picture kind of thing, I'll explain so that you can understand the correct usage of that, core CLR. That is called runtime environment. Then we have something. C#.NET Core includes what? Base class libraries that they call as CoreFX. And then we have CLI tools. Special. Here, CLI. Here also I said today, CLI. Here, command line interface. To deal with the same CLI, I'm saying today, CLI. To deal with the CLI command line interface, .NET Core provides one driver. That driver itself is called .NET. Driver, it is called .NET driver. This will drive your core. How and all is different, but I'm just saying this is what we have as support. And I would say C# core can be used in combination of ASP.NET Core to create web application. C# core, obviously, no doubt, .NET, I mean to say, C# core is case-sensitive language. C# core is compiler-based language. C# core is syntax-based language. These are all general points we have, general points. Acha. In C#.NET, according to my introduction here, in C#.NET, what are we going to study? Basics. What this basics includes? Basics and OOPS. They both includes what? Console-based applications. Console-based application. So once we are done with C#, then I'll get back to you. Console-based applications. But before to it, we have to understand a lot of things connecting with C#.NET Core. And when I say versions of C#.NET Core, I'll make. Because there's not a big gap now. So I'll just compare so that will be easy for you to understand. Yeah, I'll compare C# version release with what? I mean, so like whether it is .NET Framework or .NET Core, and then in which year, so that you have all comparisons that would be easy for you to justify. Chalo, right, let me talk on this. C# version. Yeah. Release with .NET. What I will decide later. And year in which it is introduced. 3 things. Okay. First time, C#.NET 1.0. It was released in a .NET Framework version with 1.0. That was in 2002. Yeah. Then has come C#.NET 2.0. .NET Framework 2.0. That was in 2005. C#.NET 3.0. It was released on .NET Framework 3.5 framework, and that was in 2007. C#.NET 4.0. This was 4.0. The framework was 4.0, and this was in 2009 or 2010 it was. C#.NET 4.0, that was with .NET Framework 4.5, that was in 2010. And then we have C#.NET 5.0, which was released in .NET Framework 4.5, that was in 2012. C#.NET 6.0, that was introduced with the .NET Framework 4.6, and from here technology got changed, added with the .NET Core as well. .NET Core 1.0, that was in combination of 2 years. We have 2015, 2016. I said, no? I said. 16. First time .NET Core, sorry. .NET Core for the very first time introduced in 2016. Yeah. Then C#.NET 7.0 that was introduced in .NET Framework 4.7. And remember, I'm writing only 4.7. 4.7. 4.7 has got under 4.7, you got again subversions also. 4.7.1 is there, 4.7.2 is there. I'm not talking about all that. Major things I'm writing, major things. And here we have been introduced with .NET Core 2.x. And that is a combination of 2017, 2018. Then C#.NET 8.0, which is under a framework, .NET Framework 8.0. 8.0 has combination again. 4.8. 4.8 has 4.8.1, 4.8.2. Yes. .NET Core 3.x. That was in 2019. Yeah. And then we find, so from here only, .NET term they removed and they said C# 8.0. Yeah. And then C# 9.0, that is in .NET 5. Framework gone now. That was in 2020. Then C# 10.0, that was in .NET 6. That was in, now year by year they made changes. 2021. C# 11.0, that is .NET 7. And this was in 2022. C# 12.0, that is in .NET 8. And here we have 2023. And C#, this is 13.0, .NET 9, that was in 2024. Even C# 14 with respect to .NET 10, it's expected to be in 2025. This is a comparative history. However, we are going to focus on C# 12 features. 10 may lot of things are there, 11 may lot of things are there. That features wise, maybe we'll discuss. Topic wise, whenever we come across, I'll show you what new and what enhancement Microsoft has made in those topics. Okay, right. Is this clear for you? Did you understand that version wise what I wrote? Which framework has what version they made available? This was basic introduction things connecting to highlight what is C#.NET. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we will make a list connecting with features of C#.NET now. That was .NET Core. Obviously, when I say C#.NET Core or C# Core, majority of the features found to be same. But some unique things are available here. Unique things. Like what unique things? One, cross-platform. That is same. Same. Second, open source. Same. No change. Same. Third, modern. Just now I said what is modern. Fourth, object-oriented programming. Yeah, that is also. Fifth, we have something called high performance. Yeah, this also same. Sixth, platform independent. Here onwards, we have to discuss in detail. Yeah, here I'll explain you with architecture. Yeah, after that we will see. After that, we'll see what is called language interoperability. Yeah, this is one more point. Language interoperability. Not only language interoperability, Even I would add one more also here, language independent. Then language interoperability. Yes. 9. Asynchronous programming. 10. We have unified development model. Yes. Now, my concept or my point is especially connecting with this, right? These all already I discussed. Object-oriented programming, when we go to the topic at that time, we'll discuss. We don't put our head into that point at this stage now, right? So better I write this at last only. 5, 6, 7. Here I will write 8 to 1. What it is? Object-oriented programming. Yes. Yeah, that is for easy approach for us. So what is your target? Now, first, you need to be clear on what is platform independent, what is language independent, what is language interoperability. Okay. Only after discussing this. And remember, please, these all features, whichever I wrote now, they are not related to any specific version of C#.NET. You better can call them as general features of C#.NET Core. Oh, C#6 में lot of new things Microsoft has introduced. 7 में they introduced, 7.1 में they introduced, 8 में they introduced, 9 में they introduced, 10, 11, 12, lot of new features they added. Obviously, if example I'm saying, if I today directly explain you what is switch case expression, then that may put you in confusion. You cannot understand the topic at this stage until you're not aware of programming. So slowly, when you start coding, whenever I'm just giving an example. When I come across with a topic called something called switch case statement, then definitely related to switch case statement, what Microsoft has introduced in C#8, C#9, C#10, C#11, C#12, C#13. Comparison we will learn. So that will be easy for you to understand. Yeah, this is our 7 o'clock batch. As I said, our regular batch is at 7 o'clock. I just completed for them switch case statement in my last week. So there, I'm just showing you what I covered for them. Just showing you so that you also will get some idea on how the process is actually going on. Where I placed it. Yeah. Fine. Operators topic may I placed for them. So that they'll also get an idea on. Yeah. Not here. File. Open. Operators. Open. Controller. Switch case. Yeah. Here. Switch case. Initial basics. All basics I covered. Here. 2, 3, 4. All basics. Fourth also basic. Fifth also basics. Yeah, से start. 7.0 में what they modified. C#.NET 7.0 में what they introduced. Then one more example. Like that I'll cover the features. Here, switch expressions. 8.0 में what they added. Then 9.0, 10.0 में what they added. Yeah. And I didn't cover 11, 12, I didn't cover because that is required in advanced topics that we'll see. That is not covered for us. When I covered the topic, at that time I'll explain those things also. Do you get me what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
Because immediately if I say that something called, if I can write like this, C#.NET 7.0 features, and in that I just write switch case expressions. Even now also I'm supposed to write only the name I can write, but I can't explain. So why unnecessary to write 7 features, 8 features, 9 features? That is wastage of time. And even notes, may I placed them. Important features I placed. Discussion, I'll have topic wise. Discussion, I'll have through topic wise. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, keeping all these things in you, tomorrow's class, I'll explain you these three things in detail. We'll learn platform independent, language independent, language interoperability. Three things. Tomorrow's class completely will be dedicated only for these three.
Okay.
Okay. Chalo,
Apart from this class notes,
हाँ.
whether we have any soft copy of your writing
I
tests?
will. This is now I'm writing, but I have prepared my notes separately. That notes also I'll be sharing. That notes actually I'll be sharing. This is some, because some points I remember, some points I may miss. So those whichever instant I recollect, those I'm writing. So,
If you
but
don't
detail
mind,
notes,
can I show the can you show me that document once? Is
yeah,
it
yeah,
possible?
yeah. No problem. I'll share. I'll share. Hmm.